You can build the most expensive camera rig in the world, but if it's not suitable for your needs, it's useless. So, I will show you exactly what I use. We can build this rig together, but remember, it's just for inspiration. This rig is perfect for me, but maybe it is not perfect for you, so you might need to make some changes to be perfect for your needs. We all love to see and to have that big rig that look impressive and it's amazing and look very professional and it's very powerful and serious. But you really need that big rig? It's heavy. You really need that? We can talk about this, but now let's make this rig. I use a Sony a7S III. I had to choose between this camera and FX3 and I choose this. Why? Because I'm used to the workflow that I have with this camera. I love this body, it's very nice and the quality it's the same. So I choose a7S III and I'm very happy with this body. Now I always have attached to the camera a cage. Why? Because it protects the camera and I can mount a lot of things on this cage. For the moment I have a cage from SmallRig, it's very light, I have a lot of possibilities to mount a lot of things on this cage and it feels very good in the hand and it's very light. I almost never remove the cage from the camera and the surprise, I find a way to have the camera in my camera bag with the cage on. And this is nice. Next one, I have this base plate from SmallRig and I have those 20 centimeters long rods. I like this base because it's very light and I will hold the camera by the base, not by the lens. And this is important for me. It feels very good in the hands to have the hand on the base, not on the lens all the time. I'm always using 2 screws because I don't like my camera to turn on this base, you know. I like it to be very secure. And another important thing, with this base, my camera will stay like this on the table. It's not gonna stay on the lens, it will stay on this base, and it's nice. Next one, I use this top handle also from SmallRig. This video is not sponsored by SmallRig, maybe it should be. And of course, I will let all the links in the description if you want something. A lot of creators are using this handle like this, you know, and this is nice, this looks normal, but when I use the handle like this, I will have all the pressure here in my hand because the lens is heavy and I will have the monitor here and everything is heavy and I need to have all the pressure, it will be here on my wrist, you know, and I don't like that. So what I do, I use the top handle like this and guess what? The rig now is almost balanced. It's balanced. So I will hold it like this, but the pressure is not here. The pressure will be here, you know, because the rig is balanced. And this is very important if you will use a rig for a long time. And now a pro tip. When you are tightening this screw here, don't hold the camera by the lens because you will put a lot of pressure on this lens mount. So hold it by the handle himself and you can tighten the screw as much as you want, but don't hold the camera by the lens because it's not good, okay? Let's go to the next one. I use another handle, but this is a side handle, also from SmallRig. You will see why I use this side handle. It's important for me because I will put a lot of things on this rig, so let's do this. Again, don't hold the camera by the lens, okay? And now I can hold the camera like this or like this, and this is very nice. Good, the next big thing, I have my monitor. It's an Atomos Ninja 5. So it's a nice monitor. It's a little bit heavy, but it's a nice monitor. You can have any monitor, there are a lot of them, lighter monitors, better monitors, cheap, expensive, a lot of monitors. I have this one and I like it for the moment. So there are some situations when I'm not gonna use the monitor because sometimes I just want a lighter setup. I don't have space to move with the entire rig and to have a complete rig in a hand for like 5-6 hours is very hard. So sometimes I'm using the monitor, sometimes I don't, but Most of the time I have it. I have this mount also from small rig. It's important to find one with this safety because otherwise your monitor will flip, and you don't want that. And I have my monitor here on the top handle. Nice, already look like a professional rig. And now an important thing, we need to power this monitor. And I have this adapter, this plate from a small rig for NPF batteries. Why I use NPF batteries and not V-mount batteries? We will talk about this. I like to have this adapter here because it will balance the rig a little bit, you know, because the battery is heavy and it will balance the rig. And now the power cable, you always need to be organized with the cables because otherwise some bad things will happen. So I have this adapter here. Cool. And now I have the monitor powered up and I can use my handle. And of course, the HDMI cable. This is very important, and let me tell you something. When you use an HDMI cable for your monitor, please use this safety. It's very important. I have this safety from small rig and it's very, very important to use the safety because you don't want to destroy your camera, you know? It's important. And now everything is secure. And now let's go to a part that I like the most, and it's about the sound. For sound, I like to use this recorder. It's a Zoom F3. It's a 32 bits float recorder. It's amazing. It's very light, it's very small, it's very powerful, it's strong. It has two XLR inputs and 32 bits float. This is amazing. I will attach this to the rig with another monitor mount from small rig. And I like to have this here to see if it's recording, to see everything, you know. I like to have it like this on the side handle, and I will always see if it's recording or something will happen. Let me tell you why I like to use a 32 bits float recorder. It's very important for me because if I'm at a conference, as an example, and I want to record the speaker, I will set my levels for the speaker, of course, and it will be a moment when the crowd will cheers, a lot of applause, a lot of noise, and then the sound will clip. If I'm using 32 bits float, nothing will clip. I can recover everything. And this is very important for me, you know. If it's a sound, very loud sound, it's okay. If it's a very, very low volume sound, it's okay. I can rise it up without noise. And if it's very loud, I can recover that. The microphone. I'm using this microphone. It's an amazing shotgun from Audio-Technica 8875R. It's very short, it's very light. I like very, very much this microphone. It's amazing. I want to buy another one or two just to have them there, you know, as a backup. I keep the microphone here on the left side. And of course, the cable, I made this cable, you know, it's made by me. I'm proud of it. Again, the cable needs to be well organized because this is important, super important. So I'm doing it like this. Cool, now everything is safe and my rig looks like this, but I have more. I'm using this shotgun microphone, but sometimes I'm using this wireless system from Sony. If I want to record just a person, one person, I will use this. But if I'm at a conference and I want to have the ambience, I want to have the entire sound, I will use this. And if you ask me, this microphone will pick up the noise made by the fan of this monitor. Yes, it will pick a little bit of that sound, but that's not a problem. I can clean that up very, very easy. If you have another monitor without a fan, that will be better. But that sound is very, 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 very low volume sound, and I can remove that without a problem. And when I'm at a conference, as an example, there will be a lot of noise, a lot of sound, so that's really not a problem. Now, you will ask me why you prefer to use an NPF battery and not a V-mount battery that will power everything. Listen to me. If I'm at an event and I need to shoot for 6 hours, okay? And I need 30 seconds to change a battery. So 1 minute and 6 hours to change the camera batteries. And I will change this once, again, 30 seconds, and maybe I will change once the battery for the Zoom F3, but this is okay for like 6 hours. So let's say in total in 6 hours, I will use 2 minutes to change the batteries. But I will have a lighter setup, a lighter rig in my hands for 6 hours. The V battery, yes, it will balance my rig better because it's here and it's heavy. But I prefer to use 2 minutes to change the batteries and have in my hand for 6 hours a lighter setup than to have for 6 hours a very heavy setup, like another half of a kilo or something like that with the V-mount batteries. So I like it like this. This is good, it's perfect for me. Maybe you prefer something else, it's up to you.